And now, live from C Nation Studios at Irwin Academy, it's the C Nation Podcast Show.
Hey guys, how's it going? We're back with one more video. This one I'm really excited for because I'm going to teach you one of my bass lines. Now, something really cool and special for me is my friend Javi over at Astrology Studios. Whenever he needs a bass player, a studio bass player, I'm the guy that he calls. And what that means for me is I get to sit in with these other bands or these other artists that need a bass player, and I get to add my own little flavor to their song. And I'm honored that Javi would trust me enough and, you know, relies on me enough to, hey, Mr. C, I need you over here. I need you to come up with something with this. And it's really cool because in some situations, it's won me a spot with a band. I sat in for this one group. They were called Still Here, and they didn't have a bass player at the time, and they were recording their album. So they sent me a couple tracks, and they really liked what I did enough to put me a part of their band. And, you know, I put out an album with them. I played some cool shows, and it was a lot of fun. Shout out Caesar, Zach, Devin, Sean, if you're watching this. What's up, guys? Something cool about that group specifically, instead of playing a 4-string bass like what I have here, I would play my 5-string. Let me grab it. I got it right here. This is my Still Here bass. 5 strings. This is not an E string on a 5-string, but this is actually a low B, lower than the original boom that you get. And then the 4 strings on my bass players, you know, are all right here, E, A, D, and G. And this is your low B. So that's just something cool for you guys to know. Anyways, so this song that I'm going to teach you how to do, I got together with some of my friends, some of my good friends that play instruments involved in music. My friend Robert, my friend Martin, my friend Marco, and Javi was also involved because Javi over Astrology Studios, he's the guy that recorded this and made this happen. And Martin, you know, he had some ideas for some songs. He called us all up and said, hey, I want you guys to be a part of this. Make up a part. And I was the one that got to do the bass on this song. So if you want to hear the track, if you want to hear the rest of the album, look it up on Spotify and Apple Music. We're called The Sway, SWAY. And it's a pretty cool album. There's about 5 tracks on it. And I'm going to teach you one of the bass lines that I wrote for this song. All right? So when it comes to writing bass lines, making up these parts of the songs, something that I really like to do when I play is if I'm feeling it and the song, I'm feeling the soul of the song, well, I like to add my own feel to it. I make the bass more than what it should be. Now, there's nothing wrong with just playing and holding the pulse. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? You're keeping it steady, and that's awesome, okay? That's what a lot of bass does anyways. When I make this instrument my own voice, I like to make it sometimes a little more complicated. Sometimes I get a little crazy. Yes, sometimes I'm... Every once in a while, I'll slap whatever I need to do. But with this song, I really felt this song like yeah, I'm grooving with this song. And I made this bass line, which is easy for you guys to learn. And it's a lot of fun to play, especially if you have the song in the background and you're playing your bass, or even if you're just messing with it on guitar. It's a lot of fun. All right? So, the first note of this song, and let me make sure that I got this ready. All right, cool. So, the first note of the song is on the E string, the one closest to your face, and it's a 7th fret. Okay? This is going to give us a B. All right? E7 is a B. Let's play it a couple times. All right? The next note is A6. All right? That's a D sharp. All right? Let's go back and forth. B and D sharp. Okay? B, D sharp, B, D sharp. D sharp. Cool. The next note, my goodness, excuse me. All right. The next note is going to be an A sharp, but we're going to play it higher up here on the D string, okay? This is D8. Okay? Right there, D8. So it's going to go. Okay? All right. It's a chord, actually, just so you know. All right, so B, which is E7. Okay? D sharp, which is A6. And A sharp, the high A sharp, which is G8. Okay? Let's do that a couple times slow. 1. Okay, do it again. B, D sharp, G sharp. Or A sharp, excuse me. Next is actually a G sharp. Okay? And the next note from this high A sharp, we're just going to go 2 frets towards the head of the bass. And it's right here. Same string, 2 frets that way. Okay? So all together, it's B, D sharp, A sharp, G sharp. Okay? So E7, D6, G8, G6. All right. We got to keep going. We got more to this riff, okay? So one more time. B7, D sharp, A sharp, G sharp. All right? All right, the next part. We're just going to play the same fret on the A string, okay? 6th fret of the A string. It's just right here. We're going to move our finger up 1 string, okay? And then we're going to do it again on the E string, E6. Okay? So, let's put it all together. All right? E7, A6, G8, G6, A6, E6. And then back to A6. That's the riff. Almost, okay? B7, A6, G8, G6, A6, E6, back to A6. Okay? Now, at the speed of the song, it's going to go like this. All right? Cool. We're almost done with that riff. All right? Let's do it again, though. B, D sharp, A sharp, G sharp, D sharp, low A sharp, back to D sharp. Okay? Cool. That's the main idea for the riff. Practice it. If you need to pause this video to practice it, okay? Because if you try to play it this slow to the song, you're not going to be happy with how it's coming out, okay? This is just a riff for you guys to practice on bass, all right? So practice it. That way you can play it just like this. 1, 2, ready, go. All right? Right after this, after you do this little drop, A6, the next part, okay, it goes like this. All right, you're going to put your first finger on A4. You're going to do a couple of those. Okay? And I'm playing the C sharp. I'm playing A6. And then I'm playing A4. And then I'm playing 2 A6s. So it's going to go bum, ba-da-da. I'm going to do that twice. Ba, ba-da-da, ba-da-da. Actually, I'm going to do it 3 times, okay? Ba, ba-da-da, ba-da-da, ba-da. Okay? So you're going to play it once. You're going to play A6 once. Ba. Then you're going to go A4, A6, A6. Ba-da-da. And do it again. Ba-da-da. And one more time. Ba-da-da. Okay, and the last time you're just gonna go once. Ba-da. All right. So once again, ba ba-da-da, ba-da-da, and then one time, ba-da. Okay, because now it's gonna start jumping around a little bit. Okay, so let's put it all together. 1, 2, slow. Ready? Go. Bum 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 ba da da ba da da ba da. Again. Okay. 1, 2. Ready? Go. Ba 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 bum 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 ba da da ba da da ba da. Okay. Cool. The last part. And then you know that whole riff, okay? So after you do this, bum, ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum, ba-da, you're going to bring your first finger down one string, same fret, same 4th fret. You're going to hit the D4, come back to A6, A4, okay? And then you're going to start all over. That's all it is. All right. And it does get a little tricky. So work at it. Don't worry. Everything's right here below what you need to do. Okay. So let's do it slow one more time. B7, A6, D8, D6, A6, E6, A6, A4, A6, A4, A6, A4, A6, D4, back to A6, back to A4, and then you do it over again. Okay? All right. So let's hear it with the song now. Let me get it all set up. And here we go. You're going to hear the song too in a couple seconds. Here we go. So let's listen to it first. Here it comes. Why is it not playing? I don't know what happened. All right. There we go. I had the volume down for some reason. There's no bass in this track.
What's the matter with what you said? I think
so the beginning is just the notes.
And I just know what's in her head. And they can never
and then you're gonna start
know
thumping
it's you. Hear that sound, feel the ground, have your say.
E7,
find a way.
D6,
That's not what you're supposed to
A6.
say. It's coming from another place. How long, so long.
If you can't do this, it's fine. Just do it 4 times each. Okay? The second note is going to be 8 times. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So E7 4 times, D6 4 times, A6 8 times. Okay? Alright, so let's do it with the song. 4 times, 8 times.
What's the matter with having a clue?
1, 2, 3, 4,
I think the
5,
whiskey's
6, 7,
turning
8.
blue.
1, 2, 3,
I think it's looking at me and you.
1, 2, 3,
I guess I never
5, 6,
saw
7, 8.
you go.
Okay, Mr. C, what about that riff? Okay, that riff comes out at the beginning of the song and every chorus. Alright? So we're gonna play that riff right now. So the chorus is coming up. Here we go. Ready?
It's
1, 2, ready, go. mistake, it's fine. Keep it going. Alright, it's a little complicated, yes, but for you advanced guitarists and advanced bass players, I really think that with some practice, you'll be able to play this song very soon, okay? So work at it. It's not too difficult, okay? Once again, E7, A6, G. I think I said G a while ago too, I mean D. D8, D6, A6, E6, back to A6. Now A4, A6, A6. Again. Right there. D4, A6, A4, and then you start over. Okay? Now, when Robert first starts singing, I'm just doing the root of each chord. Okay? So I'm playing a B, which is E7, then D6, then A6. I'm just letting it ring out. I'm playing it once. Okay? E7, D6, A6. Okay? Then when the drums change and Robert goes, and they will never know it's you, then I start pulsing out these chords, the roots. And this is all I'm doing with my fingers. Okay? My 6th graders. I'm a little man and I'm walking down the street. I'm a little man, I'm walking down the street. Alright? With the same 3 notes. Okay? E7, D6, A6. And then when the chorus comes in with the guitars, woo, 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 and Robert going, how long, so wrong. Then we go to the riff. Bum, 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 bum. All right? Cool. Well, I hope you had fun. I hope you work on this riff and turn my volume down. Practice it. You'll be able to play it. No problem at all. So after the typical outro for the podcast that I do, I'm going to play the song. It's going to be black screen, but there'll be no bass. Okay? That way you can practice with the song. And I will put in the description the exact time if you want to keep going back and rewind it and playing along with the empty bass track. Okay? All right, guys. I hope you had fun. I know this bass line is a little bit of a challenge for some of you. You'll be fine though. Keep working at it, okay? I have, without a doubt, I know you'll be able to get my bass line down, guys. So have fun with it, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
What's the matter with what you said? I think the whiskey's turning red, and I just know what's in her head, and they can never know it's you. Hear that sound, feel the ground, have your say, find a way. That's not what you're supposed to say. It's coming from another place. How long, so long, you've been alone enough to know. How long, so long, you sing a song to let them know. How long, so long, you've been alone looking at me and you. I guess I never saw you go. Hear that sound, feel the ground, have your say, find a way. That's not what you're supposed to say. It's cool.